Hello, everybody. Welcome to a very special This Live Scene. This is what happens when you unleash an atom bomb and call in favors for your friends. So we will start off this scene with Charlotte being almost gruffly waken up by her stepdad Sketch. Not stepdad, our actual dad. Let's get it right. By Sketch, her and Fizz kind of gruffly awake. His Sketch is armored in body armor. You can see he's got gloves. You can see guns over his shoulder, knives along his hips. He looks almost ready for like warfare, essentially. And he goes, "Come on, time to go."
There is the usual kind of grumbling noises of no, equivalent 5 more minutes, Dad. But no, it's some grumbling, and a little bit of flailing, and a glance back at Dad, and then a pause, and a good long stare. His dad's armed to the teeth, and that's new and different. So there's one or two perplexed blinks coming from the sleepy eyes as she starts pushing herself up, rakes the hair back, glances over to see how Felix is getting up.
He just kind of rolls up and sits up, obviously throwing everything. You can tell he's almost like being called to attention, really. So he starts literally putting on boots, putting on even a bit of Kevlar himself, really.
Yes, I approve of this. So yeah, she'll kind of glance over, do much the same, take a minute to like briskly rub her hands up and down her face and then through her hair and get herself up, throw some boots on. Probably take a minute because she's going to have to make sure this'll all stick clothes wise. And yeah, once she's on the ominous dominus, I need these clothes to not explode. I can roll if you like. But she will do that while everyone else is scooting up.
I'll let you do it. I don't mind.
I mean, there's a risk of comedy in either direction, really. So
it's up to you. I do not mind. I don't mind hand waving it, but if you want to roll for comedy, I do not mind.
I'll roll for comedy. There's always room for comedy. Mystic. So yeah, while everyone else is suiting up like in a super serious kind of way, she's just kind of trying to make sure her clothes don't fall off. But kind of waking up, getting a glance around, trying to assess like what's going on, who's moving where, what's getting called. She succeeds.
Yes. Yes. You suit up, gear up, and as well, Alex is like, in Kevlar as well. Again, him and Sketch are locked and fucking loaded. I mean, they look like they're ready to. Yeah, it's kind of terrifying, really, when you think about it. They are ready for warfare, essentially. Like you hear the fucking MP5K thing, they clicks behind them, that type of thing, and the little submachine gun, and these guys look ready to go.
Yeah, honestly, it's a lot of looking around, sizing up, probably glancing back to see how well Felix, what all he brought along, how well armored he is, etc.
He's got Kevlar on his chest, and he's got a fucking sawn-off shock. He's got a fucking pump-action shotgun with him. He didn't bother bringing the AK figures. That if anything, I'm going to need a lot more firepower, and this shotgun will do the trick, type of thing.
Yeah, she'll honestly, she has the least preparation to do. She kind of turns into the weapon, so she might at some point ask if there's any chance he has a spare rifle, but honestly, she's pretty set as is.
You will notice over his shoulder, that's a sword, man, over Sketch's shoulder. Like those one sleek little ones, the Perfect uses as well.
The irony here is that her mom does like recreational sword fighting. So that's kind of crazy, but at the same time, weirdly kind of grounded. So again, it's just the but you know what? Okay, that seems fine.
Sketch will turn. All right, meeting's taking place in another hour, so half 45-minute drive over there. We're going to set up really quickly, intercede in the meeting. Once we intercede, everyone go to combat. Open fire and don't stop firing. Cover your corners. Charlotte, watch over. Points at Felix. But go to ground, dig in. These things are going to use weird shadow things, so let's not. If that happens, you look over, wait for Alex's move, and you'll be clear. Don't be fucking stupid and stick to your corners. And don't get in each other's way.
A crossfire. Got it.
Just nods. Everyone just play it smart. We'll be fine. All right, let's go. Just lugs the fucking thing over his shoulder and is walking. Alex gives you a smile as he, lugs the bit fucking what looks to be some sort of a fucking sniper rifle over his shoulder and just smiles and, walks after your father.
Wow. It's just kind of bemused again. Just watching like, oh, this is fine. We're all just smiling, going to apparently mass warfare based on the outfits and the gear. Yeah, she'll just check back on Felix and follow along.
Felix gives you just a nod, you can hear him just loading the shells in and strapping some on, that type of thing. He'll loop the thing over his left shoulder. You okay?
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
Weirdly enough.
let's get this over with.
Mm-hmm.
Stay safe out there, you. Touch your hair.
That's kind of a wry smile. She actually reaches up to, grasp a hold of the shoulder and give a squeeze. Don't worry about me.
Well, I do. So you keep walk. Just starts to walk after. With you to catch his car.
Yeah, she'll just kind of pace him so that they can at least walk together as they're heading out to the vehicle.
Yeah, and you pass through that weird threshold again, and you're back to the normal kind of abandoned warehouse. These two boys are already in the car, and you jump in the back seat and you drive. Do you say anything on the way over?
Actually, yeah, probably. As they're riding, they've got a long drive ahead of them. It's plenty of time to nail out details. So are we each just taking a corner apiece, or?
I'll come in from above. Alex is setting up. He'll be taking point. You'll know when he intercedes. He'll be waiting for the opportune moment. And Alex will look over. When it all gets a bit dark, I'll make my entrance and shine a light.
She stray a glance over to Felix. Does that mean the two of us are just hitting a corner and digging in?
Sketch will just basically say, I want Felix put himself in a coverable position and just open fire when I go in. You just get big and mad and swing for the fences. They won't be expecting one of you.
She kind of gives a salute.
You two team up and cover each other's backs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't take any risks. There's 3 of them there.
Three
Before. Sometimes these ones travel in particular groups. Like your people.
So what's the deal with the daddy issues then?
You see, the 2 are similar, blood relatives. These are the brother's subordinates, and I imagine the other brother, Damios, is the head over the whole thing, if you get what I'm saying. It's sort of like a pack.
Okay.
So while Damios is clearly off doing business from what a reliable source told us, you actually see the smile on his face when he turns one of the corners. You're not used to your dad smiling like that. That is bloodthirsty.
Yeah, again, it's just kind of like the trying to reconcile that this is the guy who I don't know, had rubber band fights with her across the living room.
That Demios is, well, pursuing other interests in the city. Let's just say he's gone out for a meal. He's leaving his brother, his second in command, to oversee affairs between the groups. I imagine they're having a meeting about planning what to do next. That's how arrogant they are. So we're going to strike while they're arrogant and take out his support structure before going for the big man himself. No little gangs with him. Get my meaning?
Yeah.
There are a group of humans there as well. They are, well, let's just say there's a lot of them. You leave them to me.
Okay.
Well, if they get past me, swing at them. They'll be easy to drop.
Yep, catch the ads.
Just nods.
Any other points of interest that we should be braced for?
I don't know much about vampires really, but they're going to pack a punch. So be prepared for that. Just don't show any mercy because they're not going to give you any, sweetheart.
I'm planning on it.
Okay. Make sure nobody leaves the building.
Another very firm nod.
Total wipeout this is going to be. He just nods to himself.
Yeah, got it.
You start driving about. Just as you know you're getting close, Sketch pulls the car over, and this guy, Alex, gets out. Just waves at you all and seems to jog down one of the laneways. Sketch starts up the car and is driving towards the church again.
Yeah, she'll just try to kind of in her head figure out like where this puts him or where he might be headed, but I mean, the best she can do is make kind of educated guesses.
And drives and stops, and you'll see the church. You park literally, you can just see it, but there are a couple of cars parked ahead. You can all see them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kind of aligned in various points. You can tell they strategically park them as well, so nobody, it wouldn't be drawing suspicion, if you get me.
Mm-hmm.
And Sketch will park up, ironically, right beside one of them.
The eyebrows kind of pop.
Looks over at her. Oh, we checked. They don't have cameras. Not anymore, anyway. Wink as he gets out of the car.
That'll bring a bit of a smirk to her lips because that is reassuring. That is permission to go full ham. She'll probably have been holding Felix's hand all the while, idly like rubbing a thumb on the knuckles as she glances up. What are we doing? Just walking in?
I am. Well, I'll be walking in a very different way. You two, points around the side. There's a side entrance. Set up there. Do what you gotta do. You'll know when.
Okay.
You hear the as he just lifts up this fucking big ass gun and just starts walking towards the entrance.
Yep. That seems fine. Everything's fine. She's just going to treat this like a mission. She's going to get in mission mode, and she's not going to think about the fact that her dad has a gun that's almost as big as her. It's fine.
Felix is like, your dad's a psychopath. Just looks over at her.
She kind of glances back, shrugs.
He's a
Aren't
fucking
we all?
madman.
I mean,
Yeah, but like, he's in Hamid.
yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm trusting his judgment.
Where did he go?
Kind of glances out the door,
Sketch is gone.
shrugs. I don't know, but if he's gone that fast, we need to get in fucking position. Come on.
They should get out, and you'd start jogging down the corner.
Yep. Just do. Don't mind me.
So when you jog around the corner, it's fairly empty. What you do see is like a flight of stairs, essentially. Like kind of bits are broken off, so you have to kind of climb it up a bit. Like Felix starts scaling up very slowly.
Yeah, she will follow suit and just kind of carefully, quietly pick her way along.
Climb up to the top. What you will be is from what you can see in the picture, you can see some of the overarching bits. You guys are right up. See that little tower in the center, like right there. That's where you guys actually end up in. Like you can stick your head up, and you're like, oh.
Perfect.
So you have a good overview of what's down there. What you will see down there are these: the top two, and the one on the left hand side. You can immediately tell they're vampires because they're like horrifyingly pale. You know what I mean? And monstrous. They're swarmed by the people in the masks. There's about 10 of them. And you, of course, see this guy in the center.
Fuck that guy. Okay. She's gonna kind of size up. I don't know how big that little tower is, so she's gonna size up overall like structural integrity and the room she has, because if she can take a form in advance, it will be deeply advantageous.
In this small narrow tower, Krynos is not going to be suitable. I'll put it like that. You'll collapse the fucking thing with Felix in it. You know what I mean? Like he sets up and kind of what he's looking like he's doing is getting onto the top part of the roof essentially. So he has a kind of over firing down view essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing, Charlotte?
Truth be told, she'll probably ask him if he's planning to just stay up there and keep the point. Because honestly, with that overlook, he's pretty fucking safe, and he's got
He's
fish in a
probably going to
barrel.
nod. He's probably going to nod. It's like, I ain't going down there.
Plan. I like you better safe anyways. Prettier that way. Pats his cheek, kind of teasingly.
Just kind of gives her a stare, like, well, what are you doing?
Where's the exit in relation to where this
There
tower
are
comes out?
actually the two towers are flanked either side. You can see two side exits that essentially go to the side doors that kind of loop around towards the main door that the sketch was supposedly going through. So you guys are kind of just right above it, really. So if you jump down in the center part of the building, you cover both exits.
Well, as soon as things kick off, I'm gonna get down there and I'm gonna get really, really big and I'm gonna cover the exit and keep the fish in the barrel.
You just nod. Like, okay. He quietly tugs the safety back. As this guy starts speaking, and go, brothers, our Ductus may not be here, but as the pack priest, I will serve what we need to do and make sure this Vauldery is intact. We all know our roles. We have been suffering lately. Our assets have been seized. Our stock affected. We suspect this is something to do with the lupines. Our true target is quite simple, really. We will take a more aggressive approach. We'll begin in the city. We have the location of apartments that she is possibly staying in. We will start there. We'll look for her family, and we will turn them. Things will progress. Now, some of you are concerned why our illustrious Ductus is not here. He is taking care of some business. The loss of two of our most valuable kine means he has to handle matters with a more personal sense. We are making sure that, well, here tonight, we are all loyal, and everyone nods, and some of the men around nod. And then he'll take out the small cup and lay it down on this makeshift altar, and he'll go, praise be to Cain, and praise be to all, as he leaks some of his blood in. And Charlotte, you're watching this whole process. They all put their blood in a weird goblet, you know what I mean? It's very strange, very even Felix is like, what in the fuck are they doing?
Oh, yeah.
Like you whisper.
She just kind of buckles in and is doing her best to pick up as much as she can. And she just kind of shakes her head a bit. Oh no.
And as each drink, and finally this guy will lift up the cup and go, and praise be to the Dark Father, and drain the goblet finally after everyone's taken a sip. The humans and all that kind of cheer and bustle. That is when you see Sketch, he blinks into existence on one of the rooftops, like across from you. You just see him just, poof, there he is. You know what I mean? It's like he literally came out of matter. You know what I mean?
Literally just his silhouette suddenly there.
Yep, not beside you, just across from you.
Yeah. If it's something she can catch, then yeah. The eyes snap up.
I'll give it to you.
And she'll give
Roll
Felix a
perception.
very light nudge. Oh, Jesus.
Mother of God. Okay, I'll put this in the side chat because this is about to kick off. So what are you doing before this whole thing?
Honestly, she's just making sure that she is tense and in the zone and in position because she's going to have to hit Krynos partway to the ground to make sure she doesn't take needless damage or get
Yeah, he
fucked up.
locks up. Yeah, he raised the rifle up, ready to fire. You know what I mean? Then he kind of blinks. You know what I mean? And kind of stares as Sketch draws the big blade. Charlotte, the blade is on fire. It's doing shoof, and that blade just lights. You know what I mean?
Oh.
As Sketch vaults down, moving as fast as an Arun. Just and when he lands and plunges the blade down the ground, there's this big force of electrical energy. Is like, I would say there was 15 of those masked men there. There are now 5 left.
Oh, Jesus.
As like these guys kind of blast back and kind of cover the big shadowy fella, like uses like it ducks as the shadows kind of cover him and protectively. Do you know what I mean? But Charlotte, you kind of just stare stunned. You know what I mean? Because it's like as he plunges the blade down, this big electrical like force rockets through the fucking thing. Even the church starts to shake a bit.
Yep, that's my cue. As soon as she can stop staring in shock, there's a blink or two and kind of that half-second thought of like, oh shit, as she clocks that Daddy Dearest is going at her speed. In fact, going a little faster than her. And yeah, it's time to hurl herself off a roof and make sure she's got the entrance covered.
I'll let you spend rage to shift to Krynos.
Yep.
Give me a strength athletics. Let's see how much of an impact you make landing down, thematics wise.
Okay. So athletics is that. Strength is currently ridiculous. You got it.
Normally, I'm just getting an initiative ready, so don't mind me. Okay, that's not too bad. So when you come down, as some people are blasted back, not completely decimated by the electrical force, you land on a couple of the masked men, just splitting them in half just by the sheer weight as you bring your claws down. Just do you know what I mean? Letting
Yes.
out this big Krynos roar, just roar. All these people kind of jump back. You know what I mean? You notice some of the masked men actually start gripping their heads. As Sketches, moving at the speed of light, just before initiative kicks off. You'll actually see some of them collapse onto their knees as literally blood is and fluid is actually coming out of their bodies as if their blood has been turned into water.
Oh. That seems fine.
Like literally, if we watch one of them and literally the blood drains out of him like water, it actually is water, and he just like his body just goes shrinks.
Oh, Jesus.
So I'm just gonna quickly put the initiative there. I need re-roll initiative as well. Katie Butt.
On it.
7.
Lol.
5.
You're literally designating them as dude and bro.
Yep. Very clear difference, Katie. There's the initiative. Will you mind quickly doing that for me?
Yep, I am doing it right now. You have 2 conflicting. I imagine one of them doesn't matter, but Lasombro and Bruja, or no, Lasombro and the guy are on the same initiative.
Actually, the guy's going first because he has his shit jacked to fucking 11 in terms of what he was rolling. That
That's
mage
what I
prep.
figured. All right, let me shuffle that. And that should be, there's dude, there's bro, there's other dude. All right, I think I've got everyone there. Myself in there, right? Yes, I did.
All right. Pops. I'm going to roll another effect for him. He has 3 actions that will kick off at the end of the turn, but I'm going to roll Arete. Kicks off 1, 2, 3, 4. All he needs for and I'll just make a quick attack for Pops. Gets it. Because perfect timing. So what you see is just I'm going to put Sketch in conflict with the number 15, who's the big muscle guy. Sketch moves like the speed of light and starts just, you know what I mean? So basically, what these two, it's like they're almost engaging in a dance. But the problem is for the Bruja guy is that Sketch sets him on fire with that knife as it cuts across his flesh as this guy starts wailing, like swinging around. So that's Sketch and the Bruja dude. The guy, I'm just going to make a roll to see how well this effect transitions, just for the thematics. That's fine. So what happens next is 2 more of the shovel heads drop, collapsing onto the ground in front of Charlotte. They're trying to run as they collapse, as literally the blood, they just freeze. And you hear as they land on the ground, you hear boom, boom, as if they're made of metal. La Sombra, he spends blood, rolls manipulation occult. Has 1, 2, 3 big, long tentacles just out. He spends blood for potence, and that is his turn. Gangrel dude is coming at you, Charlotte.
Which one is dude and which one is bro?
The Gangrel is coming at you, which is the really fucked up one with weird kind of animal ears.
Okay.
So you see like bone claws literally coming out of it. He's going to run it and take a swipe. He gets 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
If we're both using claws, can you technically like block or parry claws? I don't even know.
No. Yeah, no. Tom and I had this debate before. You can't do it with claws.
Okay. I was just curious. Okay. Then yeah. If he's coming at her swinging claws, she's probably gonna just bellow and try to lean back out of the way because she's got a lot more reach than he does, and plan to come around for a swipe. So spending rage and dodging.
Yep, do that shit.
Dodging the poop out of him. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5.
Yeah, you dodge. Yeah, he comes in with a left hook. It's very professionally done, but you just kind of sidestep, just woof, dodges, and he growls a bit, more angry. Number 2, Bruja. He is going to try and hit Sketch. Let's see how well this transitions. He misses. You actually see him, he swipes, but it looks like when he swipes with his knife, he hits off a barrier and boing, the knife actually bounces back, going across the fucking thing. The shovel heads, they're all going to push at you, Charlotte. So I need you to get your stamina ready, because this is just going to be a crush.
Mhm.
And to push you through, essentially. So I'm just going to roll their collective strength. So I'm going to put it about that, because there is some little, whatever, bits of potence and whatever. Oh, Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 bashing, just from the collective, throng of pushing people. I think
so
you
3.
soak 3 of it. Yeah, so you get a bit of bumps and scrapes as some people are trying to push out. Some people do, but you know what I mean? They kind of squeeze past you, but a lot of them are kind of crushing each other, really, if you notice, if anything. Felix, I'll just do it. Felix will start opening fire on the shovel heads that are actually running away. So he just, you know what I mean? Top of the round for extra actions. Sketch starts going in at this guy. This guy responds. I'll just make a quick roll to see how that transitioned. And I'll roll the Bruja. Yeah, for now it's kind of an even Steven sketch, just that type of thing. The guy has done his thing. La Sombra has done his thing because he does not have celerity. Gangrel doesn't have celerity. Second Bruja is going to come at you after trying to hit Sketch. He's going to sweep around, although he spent his actions for celerity, so it's just this many dice. He gets 1, 2, 3 to try and strike you, Charlotte, if you're going to try to take it.
We're doing bashing pings off automatically each round, right?
Yes.
Yeah, then.
This is but this is extra action round. This is rage,
Yeah,
essentially, in celerity round.
No, I'll tank it.
Okay. He is using a knife, so his strength he didn't spend for his potence. He doesn't have as much potence as the other guy, so be thankful.
Not gonna lie, half of the decision-making process, at least from her perspective, is he's a lot skinnier. Probably faster.
Too lethal.
Soaked. Like a mouse.
Yeah, he tries to slash you, moves like a lightning bolt, but it doesn't do anything. Kind of can't pierce the fur, if you get me. And it is your rage round.
All right. Probably should have taken something different, but that is okay, because I can still be ridiculous. Flip my chart so I can do this faster. There we go. Honestly, like I said, it was reel back and then swing. So first thing she's going to do is probably bring the claw across on the Gangrel. I forgot to activate my shit. Holy crap, but I probably can't do that in rage rounds. So.
Nope.
So I will just claw him fucking base normal style.
Do it. Yep, roll your damage, because he cannot dodge, he doesn't have celerity, but he does have a decent amount of fortitude. He does have decent fortitude.
Alright, so that's... Make sure I'm not forgetting anything real fast. No, but Vicious will come into play. So, yeah, swings around. Those ones, holy Jesus.
It's lucky.
3 whole ag.
Oh, 3 ag. He soaks only 1 of that, so he takes 2 ag. You kind of bury your claw in and kind of catch him right under the belly. As you see the blood do come out, but he kind of roars a bit and then keeps coming back.
She'll be roaring in return with just the bigger set of bellow lungs, just for effect.
So back to the second rage round is Pops. Oh Jesus! Let's see how the Bruja spends his celerity dodging this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm just gonna make a quick damage roll just to see does Sketch actually get him in this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ag. Sketch does a devastating like pirouette. This guy managed to step all the way back, but it's that fire just wham, and this guy, the Bruja dude, explodes. I mean, Charlotte, you're covered in ash and blood, and like you just see bits of flame just accelerate outwards. So Bruja dude is down. The guy doesn't have that effect on him. Sombro didn't spend for rage. Gangrel dude didn't. Bruja bro, he's going to be ballsy. So
Is
it's
he?
his strength plus his potence plus his brawl. 1, 2, 3, 4 to grapple you.
Let's do this. No.
Yeah, he moves fast, and for a skinny guy like that, he's surprisingly strong. But it's just the sheer Krynos mass. He just can't get around you properly. You know, you've been doing too much training with Marcel to body block grapples like this. So you kind of dig your elbow down and boom, right in his chest. He kind of stumbles back. That's his turn. I think Charlotte, you have a rage action, yes, for a second. Okay, go.
I'm gonna get it. What was my base pool? It is 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 this time.
On the Gangrel or the Bruja?
He's around to the side. Gangrel's still in front. Go for the Gangrel.
Okay, roll your damage. You see, you can't dodge this.
All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ag.
So 1, 2, 3. You did 3 to. You did 3 to him already, didn't you? Yeah, you did. No, you did 2 to him.
I did 2 to him already.
Soaks. He did soaks 3 of it. And how much ag did you do? 6?
6. Ooh, so that's 3 more, so he's at 5.
He's at 5, yeah. No, he looks fairly like, ugh. Hit another devastating hit on him. And that is, unfortunately, some of these people have 3 rounds. So I'm just going to roll for Pops, who's going to wade in.
Go, Pops, go.
Roll on what he does. This is him taking out the shovel heads. I won't roll damage. We'll just see how well he does. Jesus Christ, he starts wading in. Like, you watched, like, he just starts, you know what I mean? Things start dropping.
Might as well be a scythe to wheat, man.
Yeah, pretty much how that is. Gangrel dude doesn't. The guy doesn't. Sombro. Bruja bro. He does have a third celerity round. Bruja bro is going for that grapple. Actually, no. Bruja bro is going to be naughty.
For shame.
He gets 1, 2, 3 to strike you. They can't dodge that, so 5 is plus potence, plus that, and plus 9. 1, 2, 3, 4 ag. He bites you.
Soaked.
Are you soaked? Yeah, he tries to bite in with his teeth, but no, you just can't get through the fur. You do feel the pain of it. You're like, ugh! You know, but you just can't get a proper jaw lock on you, essentially. So you are good. Now, top of the round again. Actual rounds this time. So one of your bashing does wick off. Sketch has his 3 actions lined up. He rolls for fucking this again. That's fine. So what will happen next with Sketch? It's very strange. Sketch cracks his neck and starts running at full speed at the fucking Bruja who's been hacking at you. He will take his time going over there for this turn to get over there. He will take full movement action. The guy just got to roll his Arte because he's going to appear. Gets it because he had set up. So what happens next, Charlotte, is, you know the way you're kind of standing beside the Gangrel fella?
Yeah, face to face him?
From behind you.
Ooh.
Yeah, face to face. You're face to face. So from behind him, you just see this mirrored, like, as this guy literally appears behind him. And I'll just roll this really quickly. He's not going to shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, five. He grapples the vampire, holding it up for you. Just, you know what I mean? So literally, this thing is a free swing for you for your next turn. La Sombra rolls his thing. I did not roll for his tentacle, so I'm just going to roll for them now because they're all going to act as one because they're all going against the one fucking person. And they get 2 successes. So you see, as Sketch is trying to make his way over, you see 2 tentacles just around Sketch's arms. He stops suddenly as they get him for this turn. As this guy takes that action, I'll just roll his damage because he's going to try and apply damage. What's that? So let's see how Pop soaks. That's his armor. Yeah, fine. No crushing effect at the minute. Gangrel dude is going to spend a willpower, and you know what? Go home or go glory. You go aim for that head.
Gangrel?
Oh yeah, the Gangrel dude. He's after La Sombra.
Isn't he grappled?
He's not there. No, he grappled the Bruja.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
But going for glory, unfortunately, means he misses because he took an aim shot. He's going to go straight for the skull. Misses.
See your shit.
Bruja Bro has to roll to grapple because now his turn economy is fucked. That Alex rolls this. He stays where he is, oddly, which is terrifying, Charlotte, because this guy's flying around the place, and Alex just has him there, like in this pin. And Shovelheads, they are barely alive, so I'm going to make a 1 big courage check for these people. Let's see how well these guys actually manage to stay fighting. It's a high diff. They botched. They're running for their lives, screaming, terrified. You literally see people like running at they're rush wrecking. So effectively, the Shovelheads are easy pickings for Felix, essentially, because they're not in this fight anymore. They're running for their lives, man. Charlotte.
Well, I do have this pretty hot setup, but I also have this fucking crippled guy in front of me. So you know what? First, I'm going to activate some shit. First, I'm going to activate Things of Judgment.
Okay.
Because fuck these guys in particular. So willpower spent. And yeah, I'm going to initially go for the guy crippled in front of me. Because the other guy can't take advantage of the inattention at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So going for yet another hefty fucking swipe. Because he tried to play the claw game. Played with the wrong motherfucker. Is he dojin or anything like that?
He can't. He's already used his action, sadly. You don't have celerity.
You gonna die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 egg.
I will see, because if he soak, and I'm just gonna see how well he soaks this. But how do you kill him? Because he can't feasibly soak all that. How'd you kill him?
Honestly, he came at her, she reared back, swiped from one direction, swiped from the other. This last one, now that she doesn't have to account for the Bruja, the paw comes up, the paw comes down. Not just the claws, but the sheer weight to crush and split him. It's kind of splatter him onto the broken ground of this fucked up church.
You get covered in ash again as viscera starts as you make a dent in the ground. Felix is now for this but for now he's dropped just on those shovel heads that are running away, not paying attention to you guys. He's cleaning up essentially.
Yep.
I will roll for the Lasombra's tentacles now. Well, what you need to do?
Oh, just spending 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
Let's see how well Sketch is with that. I'll just make 2 rolls for these. I'll make 2 rolls for these. Sketch us, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So Sketch gets tossed around a bit, into the wall. He looks fine, just you see him spit out blood a bit, kind of like out of his lip essentially. He looks all right, decent, nothing that can't be fixed, that type of thing. So we go to Sketch. Sketch is going to do something ballsy. This is what he was waiting for. His Arete effect kicks in. Sketch goes on fire, just and the tentacles burn away as they take 6 ag each. You see your dad literally just light up like a ball.
That's the Human Torch.
So that's what happens in his raid. That's kickstarts effect, as he will then. I'll roll Dex Athletics for him to do what he's doing, just to get over to you guys. Yeah, Sketch starts speeding towards you, essentially. Bits of flame are like tinged along his arms more than anything, where the tentacles had grabbed. As he starts running, making a beeline towards that Bruja that Alex is holding. That Sketch's round. The guy keeps hold. He doesn't have any things. He looks terrified, dead. Bruja Bros rapidly trying to get out before you or Sketch hit him. So I'll make this roll. I did roll that wrong. That was a really good roll. Gets out. Charlotte, this is your go. Just as the Bruja manages to slip loose of Alex's grasp.
Hey, buddy, you want to bite? I'll show you biting. Ooh. Thankfully, 5s are good for bite. So 1, 2, 3.
You and
no, biting is diff 5.
Oh,
it's easier than clawing.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4. Pardon.
Roll it.
Okay.
He would. Roll it because he wouldn't. Roll it. Fuck it.
10 plus 2 plus 3. One, two,
Jesus.
3, 4, 5,
How'd
6.
you kill him?
Oh God! I mean, he slips out, and thank God he does, because it kind of frees out his immediate airspace, gets Alex at a safe range. And with the one guy crunched, she uses the planted hand to twist around, snapping the massive jaw, because let's face it, her head is almost as big as they are in this form. And literally, it's from either side. She twists the head sideways, turns around, snaps onto him, grabs a hold, and gives one good shake before just dropping him. Or I guess, honestly, he probably just fucking explodes in her fucking mouth. So she gives that hearty shake to do the last spine snap. And yeah, he's just gone.
Pretty much how it goes, yes. Exactly how it goes. So fucking fuck it. So Charlotte, I'm going to let you take one free shot at the Lasombra if you're trying to kill him.
Whew. I know they said something about capturing him, but I have no idea how to do that, and I feel like hitting him will at least make it somewhat easier. Let me take a little gander here. You know what? Let's get weird. Because he doesn't look like the brawniest guy in the room. Let's see if I can just kind of launch at him and grab him up.
Sure.
So grapple is... Is that right? Yeah.
One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3 plus. He has 8 successes.
Sadly, I don't have a specialty, and I have 8 successes as well. So tie goes to the defender. Barely.
Yeah, he doesn't look brawny, but for some reason you just get pushed back. Like he barely does it, but potence is a hell of a drug, Katie.
It is.
However, somebody made Sketch mad. 2, 3, 4. I'll roll this. This won't kill him because Sketch is not trying to kill him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lethal. However, Dad comes in behind and just combat rolls, and you just see this of the knife that goes into his leg. So he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He soaked one of it. As the leg kind of sweeps, essentially cutting off the leg. Just as this guy topples to the ground. He's still alive, not dead yet, but the kneecap is gone. As it actually blood spurts out and that disintegrates into ash as well. The bits of the leg is out. So he's lying down, one-legged, right before you in whatever form you're in. I think it's Krynos. Yes, Krynos.
Yeah. Ooh. You giving it back to me?
Yeah, I will let you. I mean, it's combat over.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
For now,
honestly,
over, yes.
all she's going to do when he hits the dirt is take one of the big fucking paws and just plant it on top of him. Restrict his movement even more. Make sure it's nowhere near his face. She's gotten bitten once and it fucking hurt. Not making that boo.
Some of the tentacles try to batter back, but like there's one left, and you just see Alex raise his hand, and that thing just explodes in fire. Just. So what are you doing, Charlotte?
I mean, once the guy is down, his tentacles are gone. She kind of glances over at Pops there because he said something about capture, and she doesn't know how to disable a vampire.
Sketch is like, I mean, you can see him, he's actually vibrating. Like, you know what I mean? It's that type of thing. This looks like he's almost coming down off something, essentially. It's just. Is that the one that the one that was.
Sorry, say it again?
Was after you.
The big head shakes, and I mean, she can enunciate some few human words with effort. So the big muzzle gives a shake. No. She gestures. Honestly, since he's right there and in front of her, she kind of flicks his hair with a claw. Lund.
That's the brother, then. Well, sweetheart. He's all yours. Why don't you make him feel as afraid as you did?
She digests it for a second, looking down at the guy. What kind of state is he in? Because I don't know what he can and can't do. Though she's tilting the head around, assessing him.
I mean, he's kind of trying to he's writhing around because like his leg is gone. And he's like hissing and snarling and yelling at curse words in a language you don't speak at all, but spitting at you and you know what I mean, that type of thing.
She's going to whip her head down towards his face, not to howl because those carry, but to kind of just bellow a roar, like to the point where her teeth are surrounding his face. There's drool like dribbling on his cheeks and whatnot, right up in his personal space. Because you know what? Daddy ain't wrong. This is cathartic as hell.
Oh, that was a hell of a courage. That was a hell of a courage check.
Yeah, it was.
He bulks because as badass as that courage roll was, it's still a fucking Krynos werewolf. As he kind of you see flicker of fear in his face, but it almost gets replaced with this iron going, "Do what you want, filthy mutt. I'll meet the Dark Father in the end."
You know what? I want to be an asshole. Torna, how hard would it be for me to begin a rite of cleansing while I've got him planted under one of my paws?
Not that hard.
Pulls her head up, considers his reaction for a moment, considers the various options ahead of her, but she's not Wildfire. She doesn't have physical torture down to some sort of crazy art form. It's just not, it's not the way she thinks. But she knows what'll hurt. And yeah, she will essentially begin and she will just take her sweet, sweet time in beginning to growl and mumble the words to a cleansing, making the appropriate gestures, all focused right down on him.
Okay. He rides and screams because he is Wormtained, because he is on a path. And his eyes closed and he just grows to seem paler. He doesn't disintegrate naturally, he just collapses downwards as he takes too. I mean, he soaked some of it, but he took too much lethal as he just lies there, just eyes vacant and wide, just staring up at the sky, not moving.
Does he go to Ash?
Looks very much dead, actually.
Corpse?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He just lies there. It's like you've killed him, essentially.
Yeah, she keeps the paw on top of him just because the others did something different than this, and she's not sure if he's playing possum.
Man, it just doesn't move. No movement at all. Just yeah, it's effectively like you've just killed him. That's what it. For Charlotte, he's not moving. His eyes don't move. They don't twitch. There's no movement. They almost seem to go very dark and far away as he just lies there. Like his skin even goes even more paler as well as he just lies there, gone.
Suddenly, one notch corpseer in here. She does flick a side glance over to Sketch. The ears kind of twitch to an inquisitive kind of posture that he'd recognize even on like a dog.
You just give a stare because you get the impression is I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? I'm not the vampire expert. I just know how to kill them.
She's lopping off the head for good measure. That at least has been mentioned to her. So yeah, she'll use the claws to do it. We'll just rip through the neck to separate the head from the body.
Yeah, the head cascades offward and the body and his head just cascade into ash.
There's a very
Yeah,
puzzled squint.
What do you do next?
Honestly, first thing she's going to do when she's sure there's none of them down here is take a glance up over to where Felix is stationed.
Yeah, he's like, you just hear dum. He just looks, shouts over. I was the last one.
Looks back at their, kind of the ash pile there, the display of it as it's getting blown off. Kind of puzzled by the whole, it was a corpse and now it's, But glancing around, there are still ample corpses to be had. So yeah, she'll glance up. Felix seems okay. He gets a gesture, and honestly, she'll probably start policing up bodies.
When you start to go around bodies, you will hear Felix going, "Oh." He'll lean down, guys. We are in trouble.
Glance goes up.
As he says, we are in trouble. Like, you know, the building he was like standing by.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of gets like ring. You hear Felix kind of ducks down essentially. As I mean, fucking bullets just fucking raise in, and before Charlotte and anyone can react, you just see what rolls in there, gas canisters just in and just upwards, and effectively your perception is +2 difficulty, and roll me your stamina really quickly.
Yeah, I was gonna say if she has the time to suck in a breath when she sees canisters, awesome. But
Roll me your stamina.
doing holy balls.
It's fine, Alex. Not doing fine. You hear like the guy is coughing madly, kind of collapses down onto his knees.
Oh, you said the gunfire at Felix came from a side building?
No, it came. They shot at the building where he was at.
Okay. They're close enough to throw cans. Okay.
So what do? You can't see anybody. You will hear Sketch going, "Get to the top of the shouting out, get to the top of the building." As you can see him trying to like pull Alex up.
I was gonna say she will just without thinking will scoop up Alex. She can do that. The problem is if she hits that wall, it's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any part of this building that's more stable than that front bit? Ooh, did you hear me? Oh no. There you are.
Okay. And there I am. Momentary bit of a fucking spaz. What were you trying to do? Sorry, it kind of cut out for me.
I'm asking to clarify. I know that that wall that we were stationed on, the one they're firing at, is not very stable.
Yeah.
Are any of the other walls more stable, or is the
No.
whole thing on the verge of coming over?
It's the whole thing is on the verge of coming over.
Ooh. I have options. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do it. You know what? I will, at the very least, whichever direction Sketch is running or going, if I can hear him, she is going to scoop up Alex, follow, and try to pass him up out of the gas. And can't see that well. I need to be sure Felix isn't still on that front wall. Oh.
There you go. Thank you, Google, for that. Now, you were trying to see if Felix was still on the wall, right?
Yeah, trying to kind of assess who's where, because the debate is she could hit that front wall and try to collapse it onto people, but she needs Felix off of it first.
Oh, he's behind that wall. Like, I mean, he's taking cover, man. They're open and like, they're shot in the building as well. But the gas canisters, like, you took. I wouldn't say anyone got shot yet because it's hard to see. Felix is covering. He's probably taken like some bits of bashing as well. It's just, man, that is some intense fucking level of firing. You know what I mean? You see Sketch essentially trying to scale the wall to get up to him, essentially. Like, he is scaled up one of the side walls and is trying to get it clear the distance.
Yeah, for the moment, she's just trying to get Alex up out of the gas. She can hook him up pretty easily. She's got more than enough strength to literally just put him up as high as she can reach.
Pretty much, yeah. No, I would say that's very possible.
And then, she'll probably bark questioningly. Yeah, as she's trying to determine whether she should take action or follow suit, because she can't see these guys at all. It's a questioning kind of bark of cameras.
I don't speak werewolf, honey. You know, as he's speeding across the fucking roof.
She can speak Hamid and Krynos, just only one word at a time.
You just see him. I mean, he's just accelerating, like running at top speed.
Ooh, time to play the game of hoisting and shrinking. Better to just follow suit this time. Nah, she wouldn't have made a... I mean, it's a really weird fucking snarly voice, but it's still a human word. So yeah, once she's got Alex shoved up there, she will, down it to... probably just Glabro, just in case she catches some side fire. But yeah, she will have to take her time to do it because she is flat out of rage. So she will shrink down, still trying to hold her breath and clamber up the wall. Ugh.
Give me a Dex Athletics in Glabro form.
Yep. Sadly, not so good for Dex. There's still numerous successes.
Yep. Yeah, you're up.
Yeah, she scuttles up that fucking wall, trying to keep ducked so she doesn't take gunfire. But yeah, time to follow Pops.
I mean, he's over by the wall. You see bullets whiz in different directions. It's really fucking odd. As if he has a barrier over him. He picks up Felix, but he does take a round in the leg as he kind of stumbles a bit. You see, like, Sketch stumble. Like, oh, fuck! You know what I mean?
Angry face intensifies.
He'll turn and look at you going, hit the building, honey. I'll be fine.
Which direction are the bullets coming from versus the wall we're on? Are they off of it yet?
No, they're all around it, man. I mean, I'll put it this way. If it wasn't for Sketch's forces barrier, him and Felix would be dead. I'll put it that way.
So they're hitting it from every direction?
They're right in front of it, and they're just opening fire, essentially, on the entire building.
All right. Are Pops and Felix off the front wall at this point?
No.
Okay.
Sketch turns to you and says, hit the building, honey. I'll be fine.
She will comply. She will actually drop down to get some fucking build-up speed.
Spends 2 contestants, spends a willpower. That's enough. Felix, he touches Felix's chest like, BAM! And Felix just vanishes.
Wait.
He goes, hit the fucking building! Like, he actually screams at you, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, roars.
Yep. She pops back to the ground, takes up to Krynos, and yeah, she gets a bit of a running start and literally just hurls herself at the front wall. And Krynos.
Give me strength athletics. The strength athletics, yeah. Let's see how much damage you do.
Alright, dice stream. Sidekick, if ever you loved me, this would be the fucking time.
I'll let you spin willpower.
You know what? Why the fuck not? Who needs willpower?
Oh, Jesus. 1, 2,
So,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not as many as I could have hoped for, but 7 ain't bad.
Yeah, I mean, you see Sketch rocket to the sides. He kind of rolls. The tower just comes down. You hear people outside going, "Oh shit!" You hear crashing of the way stones go on cars breaking. You hear screams as well. You know what I mean? And for Sketch, that's 7. You said yes.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. So you see Sketch roll off the side of the building. Some rocks hit into him and they bounce off the bars. He rolls over the side and lands. You know what I mean? But doesn't land on his feet. You can't see him through the debris. But yeah, you definitely saw him go over the side.
All right. Have I lost the guy entirely? Where is he?
No, he's getting up, trying to decide. I'll actually roll stamina for him because you have to roll stamina for that. Coughing has stopped, although he's like getting up to one knee.
All right. Thankfully, I've still kind of got a smoke screen. What the fuck are these guys? Let's find out if I can figure it out.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure out what I can.
You want to figure out quickly?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if it would work. Thankfully, I don't think I need to have something in hand like I do for plug and play for Control Simple Machine. But I think I can only target one.
I mean, what are you looking for?
Well, actually, you know what? I can't even do that because I can't see these guys really. Not
That's
through
what I
all
was
the
about
fucking
to say.
smoke. So
Yeah.
I can't target anything. Honestly, I'm just going to make sure that Alex is out of the fucking way and try to. Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here. Because I don't know what they are. I don't know who they are. And for all I know, they have like. I didn't hear sirens, did I?
Nope.
Huh.
Alex rolls his arte. You just see Alex, like, he reaches over, takes out one of these pendant things and taps it 3 times, and he vanishes as well.
Then yeah, I guess she'll scramble off the direction that Sketch fell.
Give me perception alertness.
Okay.
As you're coming to the fog.
Yeah, she's trying not to clear it yet, but oh god, can't see even where it ends. Okay. You said it's +2 diff or -2 dice?
-2 dice.
Okay. But nothing.
Can't see anybody. What will eventually happen is you come out and you'll see like that the building has collapsed on several black cars as these fellas looks to be in SWAT gear are swarming. You don't see Sketch. This guy will pop a shot off at you though. One of them will, out of the group that is here. So you'll have to take some bullet fire.
That's okay.
It's that many. So he's using, yeah, no, it is. It's that many. 8 d10. You only take one. Just soak one. One lethal.
Yep.
You're fine. He pops around and you feel it going into your side. You can't see Sketch anywhere at all. You can see the rubble. Like the building has collapsed in several of their cars. They're kind of isolated off. You are not sure where he is. High or low, Katie?
Hi.
Ooh, Sketch is on their side. Sketch is actually, you do see Sketch. He's crawling out like he soaked a lot of it, but he's barely on his feet as these guys are trying to round to run. These guys are basically, you see them coming out of cars. You will see a blonde figure getting out of a car as well. These guys are trying to round on Sketch essentially. What do you do?
You know what? Biggest piece of rubble I can find, hucking it.
Strength athletics. Where are you throwing exactly?
Just into the largest mass of them I can. I'm trying to get their attention back. And
Yep.
injuring as many people as possible or hitting the new vehicle is a good way to do it. So,
Strength athletics.
got it. Doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So strength plus success is +5 for the boulder thing. I'll give it a +5.
Uh, one. Jesus, that's sad. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So you hit into a couple of them. They kind of get blasted back because, like, let's be honest, 2 or 3 of them get a solid hit from that thing as they collapse the ground. The guns are trying to open fire on you. Are you going for that, or what are you doing? I'm keeping this nice and loose.
Yeah,
Give me,
yeah. As soon as she's made the distraction, she's gonna start tearing like all fours and Krynos to scoop him and run.
give me a strength athletics then.
Jesus.
Yeah, you get a whole Sketch up pretty easily. You some stray fire, but with that number of success, they're not going to hit you. Sketch, however, reaches out with his hand as you are hoisting him up. He rolls this. As all the bullet, like they open a hail of fire. Charlotte, you look, and you feel water land on your back.
She doesn't know how that happened, but she's not mad. As she gets splattered like she's playing in a fucking sprinkler.
He's like, "Get to the car! Go, 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 go!"
Yeah, she just now three-legged running it, curling him up like up under her chest where he is safest, hauling ass.
You see actually bullets whiz by you, which is really terrifying. Like it's like they're being directed by a barrier. Just poof, poof, poof.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rage is low, panic is high, running.
And Sketch is like, "Fuck it." Rolls one more time. Spends the last of his things. Just one. You guys blip, but barely. Just as the bullet kind of hits into your shoulder, you make like a yelping noise, and you land back right in the middle of that. Well, that room that you guys were in the first time you crossed that threshold.
Charlotte starts skidding wildly so she doesn't run into a wall.
It's gonna happen. You kind of clatter into something.
Yeah, things. This room, part of this room is now fuckered as full bore, full sprint werewolf appears in the room and continues full sprinting until she skids and hits a wall. That table will never be the same. Neither will that bookcase.
Yep, put me down, sweetheart.
Yeah, she kind of curls around him when she hits the wall, and then finally, panting, will gently deposit him on the floor.
He gets up slowly. You can see there are bullet wounds in him. He's got a couple of cuts and scratches. You know what I mean? He looks like he's been through a war zone. All right, everyone's safe. You actually see Felix is lying, like staring up at the ceiling, like this happened. You know what I mean? Alex is over him. You see him stretching out his hand. His face closing eyes. You see the wounds being slowly stitched up almost.
Yep, we're not questioning it. They're never questioning anything. She just kind of takes a glance around and finally kind of belatedly starts shrinking back down. Sitting on the floor, a couple books on her.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Pats herself over. Yeah, I'm fine. Holy shit. What was that?
That was something that I did not account for, that he would have his own little connection into the police force. But that does mean now that we know where he is, because he'll hold up something from his wrist, like it just slides out of his hand. As a mobile phone.
Just the blink blink.
One of them tried to, before he got over there, was trying to question me. I stole his phone. Looked like the main guy. There you go, sweetie.
Holy shit. She finally just kind of like a lot of frantic energy, like lunge hugs him. Sorry.
I'll be fine. Just ribs.
Yeah, ribs. Gingerly loosens up.
Rest up. They're not gonna find us here anyway, so we'll do what you gotta do with the phone. Follow me. Starts leading you down the hallway, holding his side.
She'll take a glance back at Felix again, but then follow along, frowning a bit at the obvious injury.
Opens the door, and that is what you're presented with.
Holy crap.
When you're healed up and rested, work on that.
Yeah. Holy shit. Which one of you uses this?
Richard.
Holy balls.
He says he's rigged it so you can use it for what you need, but nothing else, young lady.
There's quick little nods. Yeah. No, I wouldn't dream of it.
Good, because you get me in a lot of fucking trouble otherwise.
I got you in enough trouble. Kind of gingerly like reaches over to see if she can like get his hand away from it, see how bad it is.
I'll be fine. I just gotta do my things, and I will heal. In fact, cracks his neck. Gotta do that. Come on, out of the room. Go on.
Okay.
You'll be supervised when you're doing this, young lady. That is the rule.
Okay. She is like shoot along.
You hurt?
No.
Just nods.
Yeah, we kind of self-fix unless it's, fire or us. Kind of does like the little claw motion with the fingers or Silver.
Okay. Just pats her on the arm. Go on and check on your fiance.
She'll like as he's shooing her along and like going to turn away, we'll at least reach out to snag his hand briefly.
He gives it a squeeze, even though his hand's bloody.
Fix yourself up.
Go on. Go on. I'll be fine in a minute. He slumps down against the wall. Whew.
Just more just like blatant concern. She kind of putters that way, but is glancing back periodically.
He just closes his eyes. Charlotte, I need you to leave the hallway. Otherwise, it's going to be much more painful for me when I do it.
Oh, sorry. She hurries much more quickly now.
Then you round the corner, and Sketch proceeds to heal himself, not suffering a fucking more paradox. He already has. And yes, Katie, would you like to end it there? You probably, I imagine, just nestle up with Felix, whose feet looks relatively fine now. He's like blinks.
Yeah, she comes running out and plops down beside him almost immediately.
Hey, your blonde guy was there. He looked pissed.
Oh, Good.
Recognize the company they're with too.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's some security firm.
Or what the logo or the name was?
What are they called? I can't remember. He just closes his eyes. I'll remember later when I'm not fucking feel strange.
Okay. She doesn't even try to move him. She just nestles down beside him.
Just nods. But
Okay, though?
I said, yeah, I'll be alright. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Just gives us a thumbs up.
Yeah, there's kind of a goofy little side grin. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Just nods. He just closes his eyes and just nestles against your your thigh against essentially.
Yeah, she just curls him in and just kind of looks over him like she's done before, at least once.
Oakley dokily. And we will end it there as tomorrow the hacking begins.
Oh, Jesus. Yes.